Okay, it's been quite a while since I've done any videos. But what I'm going to do today is the all new ball book of canning recipe for herbed potatoes. These are not hot packed, they're raw packed. And I've got my potatoes in the water, keeping them cool and keeping them from turning brown. I've got my seasonings out here. I've got enough for 7 jars. This is 10 pounds before they're peeled. And then, you lose a little on the weight. But these jars pack more loosely than most jars do. So I've got dried thyme, I've got rosemary, black pepper. This is my jar of vinegar for wiping the rims. I've got my lids and rings, my funnel. I've got this for debubbling. I've got my ladle out for the broth. Chicken broth, I just mix some up from that and put it in a pan. It's over here. I'm bringing it to a boil. And as always, I've got a bowl that I set my jars in. I'll bring you right back. Okay, as you can see, the broth is boiling now. My pans are in my jars are in the canner, heating up right now. And the one that I'm making is this herb potatoes. And I'll take a picture of it so you can see. Okay, I'm going to take the first jar out of the canner. They're good and hot. Pour the water back into the canner. That's part of the water you need in there. I have not made this recipe before, so we're all treading new ground now. Each 2 quarts of the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of the herbs, so it'll be a half a teaspoon per jar, which rosemary, as you may know, is hard to measure because it's little sticks. It also calls for salt, but because of the broth, I'm not going to add salt. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Put them in the bottom so they'll go ahead and be in there and mix in. Now, what? I got it. I did it. Now I'm going to start. No, I'm not. Never mind. Stop. Now, I'm just going to put potatoes in. These will not be packed full because it averages about a pound or slightly more per quart. So they're very loosely packed. They cut up pretty big. Maybe one more potato. And then I'm going to start putting the broth in on top of it. This is the only kind of raw packed potato that I know of that's safe. Usually when you can potatoes, they are hot packed. And you've seen me do that before in previous videos. Okay, I'll bring you back when I've got this up to the headspace line. I've got them up to the headspace. Just going to debubble it. It already smells good. Because of all those herbs, they smell good. Wipe the rim of the jar. Put on a clean lid. Clean ring. Oops, sorry. Move that for a second. And then turn there. That's it. And now it's tight enough. Now that goes in the canner, and I'll do the rest of them. And I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Okay, I've got 7 quart jars of the herb potatoes in the canner. Apparently didn't weigh them right. There's still this many left. I'm going to do something else with them. Cook them or something. Because this is all the canning I'm going to do today. Now, on these raw packed potatoes, because they're more loosely packed and there's a lot of liquid flow, that's why you can raw pack these. And I use chicken broth. It calls for chicken or vegetable broth. But I'll bring you back when the canner starts getting the pressure up. This is about done with its steam venting. You know, you have to let it vent for 10 minutes before you put your weight on. Sorry about the mess behind, but this is a really small kitchen. Okay, my 10 minutes is up. So I'm putting the weight on. I'm going to wait till it starts to gently rock, and I'll probably turn the heat down to keep it at a gentle rock. And that'll be all of that for about it will be 40 minutes for these potatoes. Okay, here we go. It's rocking. I'm going to turn the heat down, set my timer for 40 minutes. Okay, I just turned off the heat. It's been 40 minutes. I just turned off the heat, and I'm going to let the canner cool until it has zero pressure. And then I'll take off the weight and let it sit for 10 minutes and everything can equalize. And I'll take the jars out of the canner. Okay, there's finished product. These are the herbed potatoes from the Ball all new canning book. Still boiling, as you can see, and they look delicious and they smell delicious. So I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's going on in your part of the world. Thanks for watching.